Alright, now I'm not gonna lie to y'all, the 100% most complicated part of this new promo is how the 95 overall origin cards work in this game. How do you get motivator boosts on your team? Let me explain all that good stuff in today's video. Now, Salsa family, and welcome back to another Madden 23 video. Hope you watching this are having a wonderful day, and the way this video is gonna be structured is I'm gonna start it off by explaining how this entire process works, then I'll go through and rank which cards you want to go for, because to start with, it's important you guys understand just how you can get these motivator boosts, and once we do so, then we'll get into the nitty-gritty and we'll make some picks for myself. Now, without further ado, let's get started. And the hub for the way that these motivator cards are going to work is within your sets. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to filter it down by the program GG Vol 2 Heroic Origins. Not just GG Vol 2, you got to put Heroic Origins at the end right here. So go to this section of the sets, and this is kind of where the hub is going to be. And as you guys will see, there's a set for all these cards in the game. So T. Higgins, Kenny Clark, Najee Harris, Isaiah Rodgers, and Dak Prescott. And the way these sets work is very, very simple. If you put in the 95 overall version of the card, which you get for free from either your field pass or your house rules, as well as an origin token, you will get a fantasy pack giving you either a guardian or protector version of the card. Then once you do the set, you get to pick the guardian or the protector version. Now, if you pick the guardian version of the player, that's going to be giving boost to your team. That's going to be those motivator cards. We'll explain what those boosts are a little bit later. Or if you want to go ahead and have more value for the player as someone who's going to play in your lineup, then you can pick the protector version. The protector version is going to give you slightly better stats and discounted abilities. And to kind of demonstrate this right here, we're going to go to our sets and we're going to complete the 88 overall Dak Prescott origin set right here. Now, the way that we got this 88 overall Dak and this like other origin token is by simply opening up our welcome pack. If I'm fully honest, I don't really know what this is going to give me. I actually don't know if these cards will have the boost because this is just the base 88. And yeah, as we open this up, this is something that everyone can do. You just had to open up your welcome pack to get these two collectibles, and in terms of what player you want to select, if it says boom on the card, that means the card is going to be giving you boost. So by selecting this Dak Prescott card, this one that says boom on him will get boost to our team. If we select the one that says pow on him, we'll get those discounted abilities and we'll get better stats. Now, for me personally, I'm not going to be using the Dak Prescott on my team. Like this 88, he wouldn't be playing for me, so I'd rather go ahead and get boosts to other players that are actually going to be useful, and that's kind of what I suggest a lot of you guys do. But yeah, by simply selecting this Dak Prescott right here and putting him in as a backup in my lineup, I'll show you guys what boost we're going to get. We're not even going to use him as a starter. We're going to use him as my quarterback too. And by doing so, as you guys can see, we are getting a boost of +1 awareness to every single card on the team, which actually brings up Rob Gronkowski to a 99. I don't think that card was a 99 before putting that boost in, so hey, we'll take it. That's pretty good. Okay, now I think the only other thing I need to explain is how you can get the 95 overall players that go in the set and how you can get those tokens that go in the set. Now, simply enough for the tokens, this one's not very complicated. When you go on over to the section of the sets that's Heroic Origins and you scroll down, by putting in an 88, you get a token. It's that simple. This token, again, is going to be used in these sets. So if we go ahead and put in an 88, well, that's going to give us the token that's required to do any of these 95 overall sets. Now, next up, in terms of the 95 overall player that goes into the sets, you can either get that from your house rules or you can get that from your field pass. As you guys will see right here, if we go to our field pass at level number 4, bang, we get one right here. If we keep on scrolling all the way up at level number 14, we get another one. And I'm not going to go through and talk about like the quickest way to get your field pass up in this game. I made a video talking about that earlier today. I will leave it linked in the description. I'd recommend you check it out after this one's done because I go over some actually pretty useful tips and actually glitches to get XP over there. But moving on, now I think we have a pretty solid explanation of how this works, how these 95 overall players can get those motivator boosts. Next up, let's talk about which ones you guys want to get. Want to open up packs with better odds than EA Sports gives you? Well, check out mudpacks.com to open up packs, win coins, and withdraw them directly to your account. And of course, use code SWIFT as you're checking out the site for 15% off. And yeah, for me personally, if you guys couldn't tell, I'm definitely a much bigger fan of these cards that give boosts right here instead of the ones that have discounted abilities. As you guys can see, the protector version, those give you the discounted abilities. That's not really what we're going to be focusing on in this video though. Let's talk about the best guardian cards you want to select, because in my opinion, this is kind of where most of you guys are probably going to fit into. Of course, there's like some decent cards in here. I mean, if you want to maybe go with any player, Isaiah Rodgers, that's going to be a decent card on your team, but I much prefer getting these guardian players and getting these boosts, because as you guys can see, with Dak Prescott, we get +1 short route running, medium route running, and deep route running to all wide receivers and all tight ends. That's really good. And then continuing to scroll down right here, Isaiah Rodgers gives your entire defensive backs +1 play rec, +1 man man, +1 zone. That is awesome. Najee Harris boosts up your offensive line. T. Higgins, basically the same with offensive line, just for pass blocking. And then Kenny Clark is D-line and linebackers with impact blocking, block shed, and pursuits. Now, which ones do I recommend you go with? Which ones do I recommend you avoid? Well, for me, I think I'm probably going to be avoiding Najee Harris and T. Higgins. Like, honestly, when it comes to offensive line play in this game, I feel like having secure protector is all I need. As long as I've got that ability, I feel pretty confident with the way my tackles are going to be playing, so I'm not necessarily too concerned with boosting up their pass block power or run block power by 1. Like, honestly, I don't think that's going to matter all that much. So Najee, T. Higgins, not necessarily super important. So that kind of leaves Kenny Clark, Isaiah Rodgers, and Dak Prescott. And in my opinion, there's 2 of these that are really good and 1 of them that's pretty good. I would say Dak and Isaiah Rodgers are the top of the top. Those are the best 2 you guys want to consider. Getting these boosts to all your DBs, that includes corners and safeties, that's massive. Play rec, man, zone, the most important stats on the most important cards on your field. Getting a +1 to those, that's awesome. And then wide receivers and tight ends for short and medium route running is really good as well. So honestly, it's fully up to you guys as to whether you want to get Dak or Isaiah Rodgers first. For a lot of you guys watching this video, you'll eventually get both of them. For me, I'm going to be going Isaiah Rodgers, and then I'll probably get Dak after that. And then with my third and final player that I can select, I'll probably go with Kenny Clark. These boosts aren't that bad. They're not that amazing. I think they're better than the offensive line stuff, so we'll probably say Kenny Clark is the third best. And yeah, let me show you guys the exact process of how this is going to work. You're going to go to your unopened packs. You're going to open up the 95 overall origin pack. Again, this is free from your field pass, from your house rules, and you got to be selecting the card that you want to boost. So for us right here, for example, the card that we want is Isaiah Rodgers. So I'm going to get Isaiah Rodgers. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put him into that 95 overall set. And then once we do that set, it's going to look very, very similar to the Dak Prescott. It's going to be a boom card, and it's going to be, I think it was a POW, but the one we want to select is the one that says boom. So yeah, we're going to go over here, and now we have enough stuff to get Isaiah Rodgers done. You also get these tokens for free as you go through your field pass, so I don't even think you really have to worry about going through and completing that set for them. As you guys can see, here we go, Isaiah Rodgers. We're going to have 2 options in here. Again, one of them gives us the boost, one of them gives us the discount abilities. For, I would say, 85% of people watching this take the boost. Honestly, probably for like 95% of people watching this take the boost. The boost is just so good. It's better than the discount abilities in my opinion. And again, if you want the boost, select the one that says boom on it. It's also going to have that little icon that says IGM, I think it is right here, and it doesn't say that on the other one. But go ahead, select the boom one if you want the boost. B for boom, B for boost, and we're going to select Isaiah Rodgers and just put him in as my cornerback number 5 or cornerback number 6. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to scroll down and leave a like, hit that sub button if you guys are new to the channel, and if you guys want to check out a video where I showcase how to get progress on your field pass, click this video on the screen right here. I think you'll enjoy it, and I'm out, fellas. Peace!